Hey YouTube, coming at you with an Ultra League, nope, Great League team. Gallade, Carbink, and lickitung. And so I think I started with Gallade because it was just, I think it's very, very strong in this meta with close combat leaf blading, just charging so fast. If you're going to use Gallade, you need two super bulky Pokemon. So I start with lickitung because, again, safe swap, bulky, lickitung's your go-to. And then I was going through all my other Pokemon, and I'm like, okay, what Pokemon do I have that is actually tanky? And Carbink was one of the top ones. And I looked at Carbink and I was just like, this thing became so meta relevant for so long, and it really, really, really was strong. And then Poliwrath got a buff, Whiscash got a buff, now for Alligator got a buff, and it's just like everything that hit you for super effective got buffed. And so Carbink has kind of gone off to the side here. So I decided to use it just to like see how it plays in the Great League right now. And it plays like not bad. You still have like, don't get me wrong, you still have your bulk, you still have decent moveset. It just your typing especially the rock, it just really hurts you in this meta right now. So Gallade in bad against Altaria, so Gyarados my lickitung, and they come in with Skarmy. And again, this is why I kind of like lickitung, because even in bad matchups, you're never in a bad matchup, right? Obviously, I have no charge moves to throw, but it's still very, very, very strong here. So I will probably get two more body slams off, which could probably grab a shield or flip switch. At this point, I think I'm going to shield. Yeah, at this point, I know Carbink as a half fairy, half rock is going to absolutely wall Altaria. So I am fine fighting for switch here. And those are the decisions you may need to make. It's like, okay, can I win switch? Yes, I can win switch just with lick here. So if they would have thrown another move, if they got to another move, I just would have shielded and took switch to get the Carbink aligned here on Altaria. And again, I guess still get to buy some off. This is just, if you don't have a lickitung build, like walk it. I walked mine for 6 months to get the XLs I needed. And there's been so many events with lickitung since then. And then out comes Lantern, so these Leaf Blades will come really fast, and then Carbink will sweep the rest of it. Yeah, if you don't have a lickitung built, I walked mine for 6 months. There have been a lot of lickitung events, long distance trading if you get lickitungs from hatching, or if I think they're probably going to be tougher in the wild now. I forget what the season spawns are. But I feel like lickitung had a lot of events in the past little bit here. So I lose in the ones because, again, this is just the tankiness of Lantern with the glassiness of Gallade, right? But that is okay, because even if I take a super effective Surf here, I'm more than fine. I'm still going to throw. It's going to take multiple Surfs to take me out from this range. I just don't want to get hit with like I was going to say, I don't want to get hit with a Moonblast and then a Surf, but I probably will live a Moonblast and a Surf too. It is a Dragon Pulse. That is resisted. So Surf will hit me. With these, I probably can live another one. Yeah. And this is the stat product of, I'll bring it up. This lead's kind of tricky because these Dragon Breaths are really going to add up fast. So I can throw, I was going to say bait a close combat and dip, or bait and then get to a close combat and dip. Let's see what I want to do here. Yeah, I get to a close combat. Force the second shield, or take this out. Force the second shield. Well, I just get farmed down. Yeah, I'm already so low. Might as well get farmed down and get on my fairy in here. Yes, water is super effective, but non-stab, and you can take a bunch. So I always say 2000 is the stat product for Great League that I'm looking for. Terrible attack, 85. Your stamina's not even that high. It's 126, but your defense is 247.8 for an overall 2651 stat product. And that's really where just you shine here. So shielded once, committed to the farm down. Vigoroth comes in, will get this Moonblast off. So this will do okay me on chip. The problem is I kind of need to chip as much as I can here. And I get to move CMP tie. I'm going to shield. Yeah, lickitung just has such a bad matchup. Lick's resisted, counter super effective. Those body slams are going to come quicker than my body slams. So I kind of needed just to commit the shield here. And then we both instant swap. And now it is a race, having played with Chargebug and Lickitung in the Toronto Regionals last year. I know that Lickitung takes this matchup pretty easily. So Lickitung will take this matchup, and then it will come down to the Vigoroth versus what I have left here. They will hit me with the next scissor, but I will take them out. And then the question is, can I lick down before they counter body slam and then take out my Carbink? So lick down, and I should be able to lick, even resisted, should lick down, yeah. Empoleon. So again, the problem with Gallade is you're so glassy. You can very easily outpace. They get 2 moves, so I'm going to have to shield. Now the question is, do I bait or do I just go back-to-back close combats because I'm basically at 2? And they catch on an Annihilate. So good catch, I guess. I'm going to farm up a bit and then come in Lickitung. I'm just going to commit to this matchup because I'm doing super effective with the Psycho Cuts, and these Leaf Blades are adding up. Because I can probably Psycho Cut and get to 2 more Leaf Blades here before they take me out. Claws are... No, wait, they're doing counters, not claws. So I'm at back-to-back Leaf Blades. I may just keep switch here. And if the Empoleon comes back in, I'll still get another move, right? So this is the power Gallade. Yes, you are super glassy, but man, just getting energy and stuff is great. Now, I have to come Lickitung. Because Carbink just has such a bad matchup here. Because the Steel Wing is now doing double super effective against Fairy, right? So that is rough. They're going to get to another Hydro. If this takes me out, I'm in big trouble. Or if they do it and bail, I'm in big trouble too. And they do that exactly. The problem with that 85 attack or whatever I said it was is just this, right? You got these rock throws, and you're getting to a Moonblast, both same type attack bonus. It just, when you multiply it, because it's not just, remember, it's not just, Moonblast does whatever, 70, 80 damage. It's not just the the damage output. It's you multiply that by your attack stat product, and it's a big formula for it. So it's not as simple as this does 70 damage, I'm going to do 70 damage on them, right? There is other factors that come into play there. So this is quite the punish here. Everything is resisted. There's really nothing they can do here. So just take that Blast Burn. Again, still hurts because Shadow Charizard with Blast Burn obviously hurts. But take that with ease. Have a bit of energy. And I can get to the Moonblast here. So that's a positive. This will probably one-shot. I've got to imagine you're pretty glassy in Great League. So okay, it does not quite one-shot. They're going to have to throw a Frenzy. They're going to get... Yeah, not surprising they get up to 2. And so they can go back-to-back here. Why wouldn't you go Frenzy? Does it not have Frenzy? Why would you go Superpower? Back-to-back Superpowers. Okay. Talonflame in the back. I'm going to close combat. I'm doing this purposefully. Watch how much damage this does, and then I'm going to explain it, because I always explain it like this. Everyone knows Gallade's moveset is Leaf Blade Close Combat. So you are likely, you do not know what mid-back Pokemon is, so 95% of the time, people will just let that go. A resisted Close Combat from a attack-heavy Gallade still does a crap ton, as you saw here, 50% on what is a glassy Talonflame in the Great League. So now, this thing's got 2 shields that it's just going to leave with, because now it is just in lick range, right? So if you're ever in that situation where, sorry, I just keep hitting my microphone stand and everything. If you're ever in that situation where you have 1 full health Pokemon from your opponent, or even if you have more than 1 full health Pokemon, but you're in a matchup where your resistant move is still going to do like 30-50%, and that makes it easier for your back Pokemon. If you don't need that energy for, like, if I didn't need that Leaf Blade Close Combat for the front matchup, like, it's well worth dumping the energy there, because more often than not, they will not shield. And then you can just like fast move down and take it way, way, way easier in the back with whatever Pokemon you have left. So we've seen this matchup before. This time I do not get the shield. So that is a rough situation to be in. Body Slam comes through, and of course it's going to knock me out because Gallade is super glassy. Commit to the farm down, take the Aqua Tail. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake by me. Like, again, I play sometimes two kids in my hand, sometimes multitasking. There's no way I would ever shield that Aqua Tail. So don't shield that Aqua Tail. Try to get Moonblast off just to chip. These Scalds are going to come fast, especially with an energy advantage. So, and now the Charger Bug is. We saw it's a winning matchup for lickitung, but not when you're down so much health. So this is going to be a loss guaranteed. I think the loss was at the beginning when I baited, even though I say never bait, grab a shield or take it out. I always say that, and I just baited and got called and lost. And then shielding the Aqua Tail, again, I would never do that. I was probably just not paying attention when I was playing these games. So now I'm going to have to try and do one shield Carbink, try and farm here, just take the moves. I'll get a Moonblast off, but what you're going to see is Moonblast is not enough, and then they'll just outpace significantly to their moves. Yeah, I'm not even going to stay. Like, I know, you don't need to stay. They get out first into Frostlass, and then Carbink is a nice answer. Even with Frostlass, Shadow Balls will hurt, but it probably only does like 40%-ish. Right? So you can live a couple. I am going to throw, though. Just because I really don't want to be like farm down range. Because if I let that go, I'll come out with some energy for the Venusaur, but then I'll be in farm down range. And if they farm down and have like two Frenzies, that's kind of a tough situation to be in for Gallade. Even lickitung, quite honestly, two Frenzies is not something you want to take. And they're still going to commit to the farm down, right? So that's why they tried, but I am just way too tanky with Carbink. So that's why it was just smart. And they undercharged to try and get a couple more. They're already at 100 energy, right? So I've got to watch for a couple more. I feel like this is worth the play of coming in here, double shielding, just getting a bunch of Psycho cuts off. Of course, when the game just lags and they get like multiple friends, their Vine Whips through, it's probably a little tough. But what's in the back? A Zoom Roll, and this is why I just kind of like double committed and just got ahead on energy. I'm going to get this off here, grab a shield won't take it out, but I'll take it very low. And then if they do shield, I can just come in here and Power Whip, take a move. Depending on how much this move does, I'm probably going to throw right away. Yeah, there's no point in taking another move because then you're in frenzy range. This is kind of like borderline frenzy range. I don't think is enough. Now it's enough. I was hoping that would take it out, but I did not. Now it's enough. I think frenzy does over 50% from a shadow Venusaur, but not a non-shadow. But I still have energy advantage, and I'll take this out because they just dumped two frenzies on my Gallade. Let's take that out for the win. Skarmory. I might not leave right away, quite honestly. Okay, I do leave right away. I've played this both ways. You can either instant swap here. They know this is still a decent matchup for lickitung, so they may just stay in. Against lickitung, so they just may stay in. And then, but I have stayed in with Gallade because you can just. It's not like they're doing super effective they're not doing super effective with the Steel Wing. It's not a flying move. So you can just like multiple Psycho Cuts to get to a close combat and then close combat if you want to. I think I'm going to have to, well, obviously I cannot come Carbink. They're going to get to a move first. I can live probably one, barely. It's going to hurt. And they'll get to another one. I could have won CMP there. But I think what I want to do is have some energy coming out to close combat the Skarmory because I'll be taking super effective from the Steel Wings here I'll be taking super effective on my Carbink here from the Steel Wings. So it's not a great situation to be in. So I would have preferred, I remember they shield, but I would have preferred they let it go. And it's a Whiscash on the back. So double Whiscash, double Mud Boys with a Carbink in the back. It's not good. They lower my attack. I think they threw that to lower my attack because then this will not take out even a shadow. Not anywhere close. Now they're going to get a ton of energy, and I need to come out with like 2 moves. I need to come out with a Leaf Blade and a Close Combat. Like Leaf Blade to take this out and a Close Combat take that out, but I'm way too low. Yeah, I'm already too low. So there's not much you can do with a double Mud Boy in the back when you have Carbink, right? It's just like a kind of an instant loss. Medi, this map. Okay, so this is they left. Close combat, and then I'll, depending on what they do here, make a decision. They shield, so Carbink, yeah. If they let it go, I could have seen myself coming lickitung just because you're just like a huge advantage. But once they shield, I think it's worth coming in just the Carbink here. So get the Moonblast off. Will not be anywhere near enough. I'm only hoping that it's enough that I can just Rock Throw down from this range. I'm going to have to shield up a Power Whip, yeah. Or else they're going to flip switch here. Not that flipping switch is terrible because the licks are also doing super effective against the Medi. They get to another move. Another Power Whip, but I'll live. The problem is I'm not going to get to a... I remember throwing Rock Throw and then I'm like, Rock Slide, and I'm like, could I've gotten to a Moonblast? Because I think I only need 1 more Rock Throw to a Moonblast. And I think I could have got 1 more off. Oh no, I wouldn't have got 1 more off. Ice Punch is still going to hurt. Because everything hurts. And these counters are adding up. So it's a really tough situation to be in. Gallade. I think Gallade does provide you great coverage. I feel like I should have, if I had a shadow, I'd use that. Because if you're going to be this glassy, you might as well hit that much harder. I do manage to take out there. And now it is a Feraligatr. I remember going straight Power Whip, because this one I did not bait, and they shielded. And then I couldn't get to a second one. So I just went Body Slam. But Body Slam plus licks were enough, if I remember. So I got shield up a Hydro, get off the Power Whip, they shield. And then I'm like, I don't think I can get to a second Power Whip before they like take me out with these Hydros. So I'm just like, let's just throw Body Slam, maybe Shadow, Glass, not Glassy, but like pretty Glassy. And they go right down to the wire. Hydro, not quite, like 1 HP left, and then I snipe with the Psycho Cut. I take it out, they take me out, but I still have the 1 HP lickitung left to win there. So that is it. So yeah, Carbink has play, like you saw it in a few matchups where it got on like Altaria and a couple others where it's like pretty good. It's just bulky, but man, so many Whiscash, so many Poliwraths. Medis and Annihilapes are still up there. Feraligatrs are over here. So it is much tougher to use this season than it is in previous seasons. I know it's still top rank, and I think that just gets by on outside of the main meta. You still do well against a lot of the other meta, and you're still got the bulk and everything with it. So you're still a good Pokemon, but yeah, if all you're seeing is like 10 to 20 Pokemon of the main meta, it doesn't have a ton of play against those 20, unfortunately. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Don't know. I have at least 1 more team. It's now just a timing issue, whether I can get it out for this afternoon. So you may get a video this afternoon, you may not, but for sure 1 tomorrow morning. So check this afternoon. You may get a second one. If not, see you tomorrow morning.